to make a test lockdown build to decide what defense I was going to end up putting on my ISO lockdown build. Even when it comes to jumping in lanes and finishing at the rim, it's not going to matter if you're the off-ball defender or the on-ball defender. You're going to be able to get those steals when it's needed, or even blitz your defender and make them drop the ball. Even though this build is going to have good defense, it's going to have great offense as well when it comes to dunking the ball, dribbling the ball, even shooting the ball from deep or even from the mid-range. So just know in today's video, there's going to be a lot of information when it comes to these 3 ISO lockdown builds I'm going to show you from 6'6", 6'7", and 6'8". But make sure y'all boys like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. But for the first build, we'll be working with the 6'6" at 190. The weight is optional. That's up to you if you don't care about having any strength on your build, but that's cool with you if you don't want no strength. But we're going 6'6", 190 with a 6'10" wingspan. You could lower the wingspan if you wanted to, but I prefer you to go at least 6'10". Now with this build, I told y'all I want to be able to dunk, shoot, dribble, and also have good defense. Be able to hold my own when it comes to PNR, or even when it comes to ISO, I should be able to still guard the ball. Now with the first thing I'm gonna end up upgrading is the dunk to an 84 driving dunk. And I found that the best value for your driving dunk will be around that 84, even 87 if you want contact dunk. So 84, we want to get that LeBron James dunk package, so we're gonna end up having to upgrade our standing dunk as well. But when it comes to the layup, this is optional. You don't have to upgrade the layup if you don't want to. I'm gonna end up upgrading to around like 78 just to get this float game on silver, just in case I end up doing a floater randomly. You never know. I'm gonna end up putting the standing dunk to a 45. I could have just stopped at 40 and saved my attributes and put them somewhere else, but 45 is cool, so I can get both dunk packages for standing dunks. Now when it comes to the shooting aspect, I'm gonna end up putting a high 3-pointer on this build. You can do it the opposite way. You can go high mid-range like a 83 3-pointer, or high mid-range 80 3-pointer. And even if you want to go lower than that, like a 76, I was out here hitting shots like this with a 76 3-pointer only with my rebirth badges and knocking down shots like this. That's just the decision you will have to make based on your playstyle. If you're someone that's going to be trying to put a lot of threes up, or you're someone that want to end up going for mid-range and still can shoot with a low 3-pointer. And since now we're on playmaking, I gotta end up putting my ball handle up. We're gonna go to 92, but if you want that ankle breaker, ankle assassin on goal, you gotta go 93, but you will have to sacrifice something. You might end up having to lower your layup to like a 71 layup just to be able to get that badge, because 93, it does take a lot for attribute cap, or you can end up using it for a cap breaker later in the future. Now when it comes to the speed with ball, we got an 86 speed with ball from get lightning launches on goal. That's cool and all, but for the pass accuracy, we got the bare minimum 75 pass accuracy. That's what I'm going with. I know I see a lot of people out here with a 70 pass accuracy, but 75 is my bare minimum. I really want to go 77, but when you end up seeing a defense, we can't go 77, mainly because the ball handle and the 3-point ability on this build. Before the defense, you could go 82 perimeter, but we want to get that on-ball menace on silver at least, so we're going to end up doing that. Before the steal, you can go between the 79 or 85 mark, because you can get interceptor on silver with glove on silver, but I really prefer you to go interceptor on gold. That seemed like the bare minimum that I would say go with, but silver interceptor does get the job done. That's the main reason I told you to put a 6'10" wingspan on this build, but if you want to change that, that's up to you. You got the block, a 68 block before you get that chase down artist, high flyer denier, to be able to block shots and even contest shots better than what you would if you only had a 25 block on this build. Now the rebound, I would love the rebound to be higher than it is, but the only thing I could really sacrifice would be my 3-point shooting and making my mid-range higher, and my agility would have to be lower. I'm going to end up going with high agility, at least a decent range of agility. We're going to around that 84, 85 mark for agility and speed. That's where I like the sweet spot at. You could go higher, but I would say 82 speed, 85 agility is definitely good enough to end up playing on ball defense and even move around on court so you don't get backdoored. But when it comes to the vertical, we're gonna stop at the vertical at 67 so we can get aerial wizard on silver. But if you don't care about aerial wizard, you can end up dropping your vertical to 65 and get that 60 strength, so you can get physical finisher and strong handles on bronze. Now if you don't really care about those 2 badges, you don't have to put it up. You can just keep the aerial wizards on silver, and then you put your attributes somewhere else that you would like your free throw and things like that. But for the build, a 6'6", 190, 6'10", can get to the rim, can shoot the ball, can dribble, also be able to pass and play on ball defense, and has the ability to even play the corner or play lanes if they're not on ball. This build has a lot of variety of takeovers: above the rim, flash, mirror, sniper, the claw, 3 and D, spot up shooter, pass, fluid shooter, and dribble wizard. You got a lot of shooting badges with this and defending badges, but I'm gonna be honest, out of the 10 I just named, there's at least maybe like 6 of them out of the 10 that are maybe the best fit your playstyle or end up giving you the biggest boost that you're looking for. But the shades they're gonna end up giving you for this build, I already got a feeling I'm gonna see Lonzo. Lonzo is usually gonna be popping up if you got defense and play. Like I said, Lonzo Ball, LaMelo, and then we got Steve Francis. Now with this build, if it has so much potential, just because if you add cap breakers, you're gonna have a crazy insane build with context. If you throw those extra cap breakers on driving dunk or even on defense, you'll be able to end up getting those pro contact dunks off 1 and 2 with that 89 driving dunk. But there's a lot of options when it comes to this build. Like I told you, you can go high layup, low driving dunk, or you can end up going the standing dunk route if you want to. But for the next build is a 6'7". I told you the base weight of today's video will be 190, 7'3" wingspan. Now with this 7'3" wingspan build, you're gonna see that it's gonna get crazy for the 6'7". Now with the 6'7", you can get a 91 ball control with this build, but all you need is a 90. Nothing, you get nothing at 91 ball control, so you can say your attributes there. For anybody that's gonna end up, oh, I'm gonna go 91, there's literally no point. But for the pass accuracy, we can end up pushing this to 78 pass accuracy, but if you wanna save some, go to 75, just in case you wanna end up putting something else on this build. But when it comes to the ball handle, you can go to 90, but if you want 91, the only thing that you get at 91 ball handle is LaMelo Ball dribble moves. So if you're someone that does not care about LaMelo Ball dribble moves, do not go anything past 90. 91 gets you the LaMelo Ball dribble moves, but if you don't care about it, stop at 90. But when it comes with the speed with ball, there's no point in going max. 80 is the highest you should go, since the max is like 84, and you'll still be able to unlock that Devin Booker dribble style if you want to end up using that. But for the three-pointer in the mid-range, you can end up having an 87 mid-range to unlock most of the jump shots in the game, especially for builds 6'5" and up. So you'll be able to have a lot of variety when it comes to these bases like Culver, Kobe, and so many much more. But for the three-pointer, this is optional. You can do the 76 like I told y'all before. 76 can get the job done. Y'all see me shoot fades, catch and shoots off the dribble. You can use 76 three-pointer in this game just like NBA 2K24, but the thing is, if you want to end up going higher, you could go to 79, max it out, and save some attributes somewhere else if you do go 76. Now with the finishing on this build, now I don't know if you're going to be someone that's like to do standing dunks. If you like standing dunks, go 75. 75 standing dunk can get the job done. It's very consistent. But if you don't care about standing dunks, raise your driving dunk up to at least like a 75, 80, and then you up your layup to around 80 as well if you want. But for this build, we're going to go 80 layup, 65 driving dunk, 70 driving dunk if you want. But I feel like I'm going to end up going 70 driving dunk just to get those park dunks. If you don't know about park dunks on NBA 2K25, it's the same as 2K24. Park dunks are overpowered. If you can pull off a park dunk in Proving Grounds and all those type of game modes, use them. Because one thing I can tell you, they are hard to block, especially if you use the right ones. But I'm going to end up coming back to the finishing and end up putting that driving dunk back to 70. But for the interior, we're going to go Kamla 50 interior, nothing too crazy. But for our perimeter, you can go 92 or 85. Those are usually the sweet spots I would say go with, because you can get that challenger on goal. So if you want to end up putting your challenger to 92, just know I recommend you put your steal at least a 79 to say those attributes, or you drop your pass accuracy down and you end up dropping your standing dunk down, so you'll be able to do that. But 85 and 85 definitely can get the job done on ball, being able to play lanes. I'm telling you, 85 is literally the sweet spot, or don't want to waste no extra attributes. That's where you want to go with a 68 block. If you want to go 74 block, you can. Just know that you're going to have to sacrifice in other areas. One thing this build has that the other build did not have was the rebound ability. Now, you only had a 60 rebound for defensive on that 6'6", but this build will have a 70 defensive rebound, but we're going to up the offensive rebound. This is optional. If you want to end up doing an offensive rebound and a defensive rebound, that is your choice. You can use these attributes any way you want to end up saving them and putting that dunk, or even putting that your shooting ability and things like that if you want to change. But for the physicals, 85 agility. If you want to go 84, that's cool, but I recommend at least having that 84 agility on this game. If you're going to be someone that's going to guard ball all the time or guard the ball here and there, having that 85 agility is going to come in clutch. And then we got a 73 strength on this build, and the reason why for we get strong handles on gold. If you don't care for strong handles, drop it down to 72, so you still get a movable force on bronze. But when you end up changing a few things, I'm gonna end up making the interior go back to 50 where I had it, because I was messing around with the block to see if I go 78 block, I'm still not going to be able to get high flyer denier on silver, because I need the vertical to end up giving that. So even if I go 74, I'm not gonna be able to get paint patroller because I need the interior. But if you want to go 74, you can. That's the best setup you could do if you end up just doing this and you don't care about paint patroller, you just want to have a high block. Do that. You can go 68 or 74, but this is the setup that we're going to end up rocking out with, to be honest. This is one of those builds that I feel like you can use on a 1v1 court, 2v2 court, and 3v3 court, especially with the versatility you got with being able to dunk the ball, be able to shoot the ball, also pass the ball if you're in a 2v2 or 3v3 game, and be able to defend when it comes to actually playing on ball, or like I told you, if you were playing that corner, you will still be able to get those lane steals that you want to to end up getting, but for the name that you get called a two-way perimeter shot creator. Not a bad name, to be honest. I'm cool with that over a two-way 3-level shot creator. I take two-way perimeter shot creator any day over that name. But for the 6'7", it's a cool build. But for the 6'8", you're gonna end up making this build a shooting guard. Now the reason you have to go shooting guard because you can't make a 6'8" point guard on NBA 2K25. But we're gonna go with 190. If you don't care for having your build 190, you can go higher than this. But if you want strength on your build, you have to go 190 with a 7'3" wingspan. And for this build, it's very similar to the first build with an 84 driving dunk. We got a little bit of standing dunk on this build, nothing too crazy. You still want to get that LeBron dunk package, but for the layup package, we're not going to up it that much. We're just going to keep it where it's at. But when it comes to the shooting, we're going to do what we did on the 6'7". We're going to have an 87 mid-range with a low three-pointer, nothing too crazy. You can knock down shots and you will still be able to get good jump shot bases that you want. So the 76 three-pointer or 77, or even if you max it out to 79, you will still be able to hit shots off the dribble, even catch and shoot. So you will end up having to make the decision. If you want to go 77, 76, or even max it out to that 79, you can knock down shots with no problem with a 65 three-pointer. As long as you got a high mid-range, it's not that hard and you got the badges. I'm telling you this now, there's gonna be somebody out there that's gonna end up dropping a build that's gonna be an ISO build with a super low three-pointer, like a 63 pointer, and have a high mid-range, and they're gonna end up going crazy. Just remember this video, bro. But the pass accuracy is a 75 pass accuracy. You could stop at 81 ball handle, but I'm gonna end up going 85. But if you want ankle breaker assassin on silver, you have to go 86 ball handle. I know it's a lot of y'all that like to dribble and you want to break ankles. Ankle breaker assassin this year, it catches a lot of ankles. Even if you got it on silver, I had it on silver so many times and I dropped a lot of defenders. But for the speed with ball, you don't have to max it out. 75 speed with ball is good. It's not that many like dribble styles that end up getting 78. So make sure y'all boys say y'all attributes there so you can put it somewhere else that's really needed. Now when it comes to the pass accuracy, the ball handle, it's looking all good. But when it comes to this defense, the 6'8", since we're gonna have a little bit more attributes, since our cap breakers are not that high, we're gonna end up going 85, but I definitely recommend that 92. But actually we're gonna go 92 because we want that challenger on goal, we want that on-ball menace on goal. And then we got off-ball pests on Hall of Fame. It's gonna get real dangerous, but when it comes to the steal, I say it's between going 79 steal or go 85. If you want to say attributes, go 79. You still got silver interceptor and you're on a bigger build. But I'm telling you, I feel like that gold interceptor you can't go wrong by. So I'm gonna stick with the gold interceptor. Gold interceptor, silver glove, it definitely can get the job done. Now, when it comes to the blocking ability, you might want to go 74, but just know your rebound ability is not going to be that good. So that's the only reason I did 68 rebound on this build. If you go 74, you're not going to be able to even get a decent rebound attribute on this build unless you just must stick with the 60 or 62 rebound that we have. But I'm going to end up upgrading the offensive rebound to 65 and then the defensive rebound to 80. You could go 83 if you want pogo stick on silver, but we're going to go with 80 for the rebound checks there on silver because this is a nice little all-around build. You'll be able to grab boards, be able to score, be able to play defense, and be able to create for other teammates. So we can't forget about those physicals. We got to make sure the physicals up. If you don't care about that strong handler on gold, like I told you, 72 strength. If you care about it, 73. But when you look at the agility and the speed on this build, we're going to go 84 agility, and then we're going to end up pushing this to like maybe, yeah, we can do 84 agility, 80. Yeah, we can do that. I like how that is. 84 agility, 84 strength, and then we just rock out with the 67 vertical so we can get area wizard on silver. Now with the last, you end up upgrading your free throw, but if you're someone that wants a higher free throw, you're going to have to drop your standing dunk to a 45 or 50 so you can get that 74, 75 to be able to decently knock down some free throws just in case you do play rec or play any type of game modes that cause you to end up shooting free throws. Now, the name that you're going to end up getting for this build is a name that you've seen already. If you've seen the 6'6" build, they called us a two-way 3-level shot creator, and that seemed like what I'm going to get with this build since it's somewhat similar, but just a bigger build. And now we're getting compared to DeJounte Murray, Herbert Jones, and then Eddie Jones. So we're getting called a two-way 3-level shot creator. But if you change a small thing, when I mean small, I mean your three-point rating to a 76 three-pointer, and you want a better name and upgrade your standing dunk, you can get called a defensive menace. So you'll be an ISO defensive menace if you end up dropping your three-pointer to a 76. But in the comment section, let me know which one you think is the best. I feel like I'm rocking out with the 6'6" and the 6'8" the most out of all the ISO builds. Those are maybe the top two for me out of the three. I really feel like those two can really be dangerous, especially on the ones and twos, even the threes. But look, if y'all haven't yet, make sure y'all boys drop a like. Make sure y'all boys subscribe. Turn on notifications for y'all to miss more videos like this. And I'm gonna leave y'all with 2 videos on the screen, man.